Hello everyone, we are from Group 3 going to talk about the benefit transfer. I am Mamre. What is benefit transfer? The benefit transfer method is used to estimate economic values for ecosystem services by transferring available information from studies already completed in another location or context. Benefit transfer merge as a powerful tool. It enables us to transfer insights, strategies, and successful approaches from similar situations to optimize outcomes in our current context. There are two types of benefit transfer. First, direct transfer involves using the exact value from the original study in the new context, assuming that the condition and the characteristics are sufficiently similar. Secondly, functional transfer involves transferring from the functional form of valuation function and adjusting it based on difference between the study site and the policy site. As we progress through this presentation, we will explore how benefit transfer plays a pivotal role.
Why benefit transfer is important? First, economic valuation of ecosystem services. Benefit transfer help us to determine the monetary value to the ecosystem services, making it essential for decision makers to understand economic benefits derived from the ecosystem conservation. Next, benefit transfer also important for quick decision making, where it allows for rapid estimation of economic value, providing timely information for decision makers. It is especially needed when the original valuation study is too expensive or lack of time to conduct the study, yet measure of benefits still required. In terms of public awareness and advocacy, economic valuation through benefit transfer can enhance public awareness by quantifying the economic value of natural resources. It provides a basis in advocating the sustainable practices, thus fostering the public support for the conservation initiatives and promoting the responsible resource use.
What are the strengths of benefit transfer? First is cost effectiveness. It is often more cost effective than conducting new studies, as it utilizes existing data to estimate values for non-market goods. Efficiency. It allows for a quicker assessment of economic values since it relies on information from studies that have already been conducted. The last one is policy decision support. It provides policymakers with useful information for decision making, especially in cases where conducting new studies may be impractical or too time consuming.
Then, what are some weaknesses of benefit transfer? Where we can see the first weakness of benefit transfer is the contextual differences in ecological, social, and economic context between the study location and the transfer location, where it can lead to inaccuracy where what holds true in one area may not necessarily apply elsewhere. For the second weakness of benefit transfer is the temporal changes, where the economic and environmental condition may change over time, affecting the relevance of the transferred value, where the method may not account for these changes adequately. As for the third weakness of benefit transfer is the methodological variability, where the differences in study methodologies, such as survey designs or evaluation techniques, it can introduce uncertainty and bias into the transferred values for our transfer location. Well, it brings us to our fourth weakness of benefit transfer, which is the homogeneity assumption, where the benefit transfer usually assumes homogeneity between the study sites and often overlook the unique characteristic where it might influence the value of environmental goods or services. And last but not least is the fifth weakness of benefit transfer, which is the limited applicability, where it may not be suitable for valuing certain goods with highly localized or unique attributes that are not well represented in existing study for the transfer location.
So next, we're moving to the past application of the benefits transfer method. We're going to cover for both locals and international case study. So first thing first, we're going to go into the local case study that's involving the benefits transfer method. The first is titled Improving Present-Day Energy Saving Among Green Building Sector in Malaysia Using Benefits Transfer Approach, Cooling and Lighting Loads. The second is socio-economic valuation of seagrass meadows in the Pulai River estuary, Peninsular Malaysia, through a well-being lens. In the second case study, it combines the benefits transfer approach with significant anthropological local knowledge input to determine a more complete assessment of the value of seagrass meadow in Mukim Tanjung Kupang, Johor, Malaysia. And the study has found that the seagrass meadow is worth $57,731.80 US dollar, which worth 242,473 ringgit and 58 cent Malaysia for each hectare per year. The third case study is called Assessing Value of Water Purification Service by Kelantan Forest Reserve, written by Adnan and published in 2022. To understand more about the benefits transfer method in evaluating the ecosystem service, we're going to dive into the third case study, which is the Assessing Value of Water Purification Service by Kelantan Forest Reserve. In this case study, they has used the benefits transfer method by choosing an existing economic model developed by water treatment plants in Perak, Malaysia, that relates forest cover to water treatment costs. Using this method, they has found that the marginal value of Kelantan water purification service in three main catchment is worth 6 ringgit and 80 cent for each hectare per year, with total marginal value is worth 9,448,588 ringgit per year for each hectare of land.
Moving on to the international case study, which is a proposed framework for economic valuation and assessment of damage caused to national wetlands ecosystem service using the benefit transfer approach. This study in Iran developed a framework to assess the economic value of wetland ecosystem service and estimate the environmental cost of development activities. Using the benefits transfer method with the ecosystem service valuation database, this study determined the mean values of ecosystem service per hectare for coastal and inland wetland in Iran. Moving to the second international case study, which is valuing cultural ecosystem service combining deep learning and benefit transfer approach. This study in British used deep learning to analyze over 91,000 social media images from provincial parks. It's automatically classifying them to assess the value of cultural ecosystem service. The benefit transfer approach estimated recreational ecosystem service values in popular parks such as Cypress and Lakeview Boys Park. This research demonstrates the potential of automated image classification and social media for cost-effective and detailed cultural ecosystem service information for ecosystem. Next, for the third international case study, which is valuing New Jersey's ecosystem services and natural capital, a partially explicit benefit transfer approach. So this study estimates the economic value of ecosystem service in New Jersey using a spatial benefit transfer. So this study calculates a conservative estimate for state's natural environmental range from 11.6 to 19.6 billion per year. This research analyzed 12 ecosystem services across 11 land use per land cover types. It is also conduct a literature gaps analysis and match values spatially. This study provides a useful basis for assessing ecosystem service and natural capital values in comparison to human and built capital.